saying.
Here we go. Hello, and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale.
Lead on the draw that time, my bad.
That's okay.
No. See, you gotta throw it in now, like say cock and balls or anus, asshole.
Balls anus.
He's gonna get an adult-only rating on YouTube for this.
That's
Chloe.
fine.
Or
Children should not be
my
watching this.
favorite, uterine prolapse.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Wait, why?
I think I know this, and that sounds terrible.
I've been watching a lot of Dr. Pol recently. Dr. Pol. He's a veterinarian who does like large livestock. And it's like every episode there's like 2 uterine prolapses from this cow giving birth to a massive calf or a pig where their uterus just falls out because they got too fucking fat.
What a great thing to start your stream on.
Education, everyone.
I thought you were going to say that cow gave birth to a pig.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale.
Guys, we need to have a talk about like species and how that works.
I'm Trent Ganner. I'll be your dungeon master for this evening. We are returning to our Forging the Onyx campaign. We are also discussing apparently veterinary practices at the same time, which is ironic since we also have a druid.
Oh.
He said a cow that gave birth to a ginormous calf or a pig.
Or a pig whose uterus just falls out because they ate too much food and got super fat.
Stop!
Anyway, so last time, the Tempest King went about his business, and Zulthar showed up to inform the party that the streets were clearing out around the Lonesome Night Inn. As some number of individuals had come to rectify the problem that was started within Weepingburg. And a number of individuals met them in the street in glorious battle. To their surprise, some of their magic did not work around certain of the individuals, and even then their magical abilities seemed to be only half as effective on certain of their opponents. The combat actually went too long, and we are resuming in the middle, at the top of this combat. Alright. I have completely and utterly forgot what I was doing. Okay.
Big Sam.
Top of the round. Oh yeah, you guys got hit by lightning a lot last time. Have fun with that.
Yeah, I died.
Okay.
That's okay.
You know, this makes 2 of you that has died. Okay. Oh, there we go. Does he have enough for that? Stop clicking in all the things, Trent. Get your head in the game. Okay. All right. Okay. I really need some hold music for all this time, or at least something in the background to keep my mind focused. Do 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 do.
Etc.
Okay, so as you're going about your business, what is reflex? I need a reflex save from Brock. That's Bruno. That's the wrong one. Brock needs to make a reflex save. All right.
Bruno's here?
No, I accidentally clicked on because they still have the sheet there, and I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. I think he makes the save. Yeah. So he only takes half that, and he's raging. So, but it's magical damage. So he takes 7 points of lightning damage. As another bolt of lightning comes from the sky and smites his ass. Greer.
Specifically his ass?
Yes, I'm gonna do both of my attacks on the cleric right there, and do flurry of blows with them if I have enough key.
Key on keying.
And I do still have some key points, so yeah.
Okay. Okay. All but the last one hits.
In there.
All right, and he'll need to do a deck save or get knocked.
Okay. And what is your dexterity save?
$1 million.
It's over 9,000. Okay.
DC 17, I believe.
He did make it.
Or no, no, it's lower than that. It was actually a 50.
Well, he still made it.
Are you
Lucky
sure?
fucker.
Yes. Yes, the math for this one is easy. Okay, so you come in, thwack, thwack, thwack. He's taking blows rain down on him, but the last one misses, and he's still
Yeah, sorry,
looking good.
didn't Pick up all the quarterstaff strikes.
He still looks kind of good.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Oh, good. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Ba-bum-bum-bum. Boom. The next one is going to attack Chedskala, because why the hell not?
Do it.
Okay, if I remember correctly, your AC is ungodly.
22. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so one strike actually hits. Okay, and you take something. There we go. You take 9 points of piercing damage as he rams the short sword into you. Okay. If I remember correctly, this guy has some other stuff.
No, you do not remember correctly. He has nothing else.
No, I was talking about an entirely different character. Just need my 16 PDFs and other things all the way up. This is not what I need. Yeah, it's like another... It just transfers it over to fire, if I remember correctly. So... They're going to, again, rain blows down on the burning man himself. Grog, not Grog, Brocked. I keep thinking Grog because of our barbarians. Okay, he did roll a natural 20. But is it a natural 20?
I'll save it.
Okay.
As in, he's taking that natural 20.
Okay. Good.
Just because he's not here today.
And
Oh,
today's...
more so, he's a barbarian.
Let him die.
Take hits.
Yeah.
It's probably good.
Probably.
Probably.
I can't remember. Hit points got beaten out of him
I
last
don't
round.
remember either. Like, I need to know who is looking bad.
He is... How can I say this without actually giving it away?
Yeah, like, I don't need exact numbers. I just need to, like, is he looking like he might go down soon?
Okay. He takes something like half damage from fire, if I remember correctly.
He's immune to fire.
He is immune to fire. So
Half damage
those...
from everything else except for magical shits.
Well, it's magical fire.
But he's immune to fire.
But it's fire.
But it's fire. Okay.
Is he
So-
immune or
Resistant. What's the
Resistant.
difference?
Resistant
If I
is
remember correctly,
half.
he's immune.
You gain
That's the
resistance to
storm
fire
hero
damage. You
barbarian.
don't suffer the effects of extreme heat.
So resistance, so it's half damage.
yeah?
Okay. So he takes 6 points of fire damage as the fiery snakes strike at him from the man's guarded position. Brain worky, yes. I'd say he's almost about a third of how good he looked, or sorry, almost 2/3 as good as he looked when he entered this fight.
Well, he's kind of ugly anyway, so that's not saying much.
This is true. As
He
his,
was
as
also at full health when we
He
were
is
in
not
battle too.
ugly.
So
well, he does have a dragon mark on his face,
And
that's his own
Yep.
assessment of his own thingamahooserts.
scars are sexy.
he's
It's
a
fine.
dragon mark. He's a dragon marked human.
Yes, we know this. 22 is your AC. God damn it. Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. All right. None of those hit as the sickle just skitters over your furs and scales. Tread. And now it's actually Frederick's turn.
Especially furry because I'm still under that
Oh,
Guardian of Nature spell.
Oh, yes.
I'm like a were lizard.
My turn.
It is.
Yes.
Just to butt in here real quick.
Yeah.
Did anybody reveal to our pal Frederick here that he tried and failed to summon his packed weapon last time?
No, he had it out, but it just didn't have its magical effect when he tried to swing it at this individual in
that-
particular.
That's right. Okay.
Remember, we have hopefully gotten rid of all the ones that could stop our magic.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah. One of them threw an
I'm
Eldritch
worried
Blast
about-
back at you.
Yeah,
Like,
I
caught it
wasn't.
and threw it back.
I wasn't too tickled about that.
Fucking
I
monks, man.
last what do you call that? Last session, I actually took up my crossbow
And failed.
and still failed, but it's like I was exasperated.
There we go. And then you know what? I'm gonna throw one in there just for the fuck of it. I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Smite.
Okay.
Yeah. So
An Eldritch Smite?
That does not
first
hit.
attack. Okay. Second attack.
That does hit.
Okay. All right. So he gets
Smited in the face.
7 points, and then let's see, it's one per level of the spell slot. So 1d8, and they're all 4, so that's an additional 5d8. That's the worst fucking thing ever, but yeah, he gets 17. So
All right. Does smite
So,
count
yeah.
as magical damage?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a tootin' roll right there.
It is. It really is. Okay. You come in.
Congratulations.
Just out of the corner of his eyes, he sees you coming in with your great sword, and you swing, and he kind of dodges, but on the backstroke, you kind of cut him across the side, but the blade cuts. But
Oh,
all the
real
other
quick.
things.
Sorry, he's also knocked prone.
Okay, is there a save for that, or that just happens?
No, it just happens, it says.
Okay, that cut causes him to fall down, and it doesn't seem as if as much of the magic as you put into it had as much of an effect on him as you were expecting.
Okay.
So, congratulations. He's not a nullifier, but he's still going to be a pain in the arse.
Monk thing.
Monk things. Does that end?
That's pretty cool, though. That's why I thought about playing a monk or rogue next time I have a character.
Okay. Does that end your turn, Frederick?
Yeah.
Okay. I have as list as Fred, then Tread. Now it's Tread Scholar's turn.
Okay.
Also, we'll say
Advantage.
in this game, We need to call those Mia rolls, because my rolls fucking suck unless I'm healing.
You know, none of us are really upset about that, honestly. Like, we appreciate the good rolls on heals.
No,
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'd all be dead probably now, but
Like, all of my damage rolls, I don't think I've rolled above, like, a 4.
I'm gonna stab with the Spear of the Woodlands. I have advantage because of the spell I have. Oh wait, I forgot to make a con save for the damage I took. Okay, I barely made it.
oof.
Dun, da, 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 da.
Okay, so I'm gonna stabby stab the guy in front of me. Pew! 22.
All right, just checking. That definitely hits him.
Okay. It does 9, and I do an extra d6 because of the spell. 14.
All right, so this is just piercing damage. Nothing special about it. Yes?
The d6 is force.
Force. Okay. Okay. So, as you've been noticing throughout this entire combat, as you shank him with the spear does its job. But the amount of magical energy that you're putting into him seems to just kind of have itself. As he
Mhm.
takes the hit, but kind of rolls into it as the force emanates from the spear.
But he used the force.
Does that end your turn?
Give me 1 second.
One.
How's every? You said Brock is hurt pretty bad.
I say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being his maximum hit points, it's definitely below 5.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my 3rd level spells to cast Healing Word as a bonus action.
Okay.
What's the word?
Do.
Bird.
I literally send a bird out of my sleeve. Where is it? It's here somewhere.
That's canon.
an African swallow.
Laden or unladen?
European.
It didn't roll the extra damage, so I'm just gonna 2 more d4. Okay. So that's 15 healing damage. Jesus.
Healing
15
damage.
points of healing.
You're going to feel so good it hurts.
The bird pecks him and it makes him feel better.
It just claws right into his eyes and just emanates into him.
My eyes feel so much better.
My friend had a cleric that would heal you by bashing him with a shield.
I'm not surprised with this. Does that end your turn, Tread?
It does.
Lundgren.
Yes. It's my. Okay.
No, you just wanted to say her name.
Oh, okay.
Right before I tried to cough up a lung.
All right. This is still got me right, but we're gonna do this anyway. All right. So I wanna. He looks. Is he supposed to look like Curly from the Three Stooges? Because from this angle,
No.
he does. Okay. 50 feet or so, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot him with Eldritch Blast. I say try because I don't exactly know how this is going to go.
Beldridge asked.
It's on my mic. Yeah.
That's where this shit. My arrow stays up there when I'm not.
I don't think that hit.
That definitely does not hit.
Okay, let's try it again.
No.
Well, that
Thank God you didn't
That
get a
was
natural
such-
1 and hit me.
One more.
yeah. Well, I should tell you about my other D&D campaign.
Does that
yeah.
end your turn?
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. I'm just saying. I don't know if Warlock or Asimar have anything that they can do as a bonus action.
I'm only hearing like every other syllable.
Same.
All I
Okay.
heard was something about sack.
This is getting really weird.
This is normal, but I'm in the same house as him, and only I heard about half of his stuff.
Okay, I was just gonna say, as a warlock or as an Azamar, I don't know if there's anything I can do as a bonus action except for maybe heal. I'm not sure.
But it's your character.
Yeah, I know. I just whenever
You've been playing him for over a year.
whenever my brother says, "Then your turn," I'm constantly trying to think of something I can do as a bonus action and coming up with nothing.
Strike a pose.
Then that means that you have nothing then.
Do you have a healing word?
No.
Then you probably can't do anything.
Then it is Moira's turn.
Oh, okay. Hello.
God, we could call it meandering.
Is that her new voice now?
No. That is Alara's very tired voice. So who?
So your
I know,
normal
I
voice.
know. Yeah, pretty much. I know you're fine because I healed you a fuck ton. What about these two? Either of them looking?
I would
Well,
say
Greer looks kind of beat up, but he doesn't look horrible.
Brock look after having a bird fly into his face. Brock looks half as hardy as when he entered this fight.
Okay. Then, what I'm gonna do, because I'm pretty sure we don't want the healer to die, I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself.
Okay, good.
Are you sure that's a wise move?
So, let's see, I'm not sure. Which level should I do this at? Which levels do I have?
20th level.
Healing everybody in the entire universe.
Oh, make sure you take
Not-
2 point. Oh wait, yeah, 2 points of fire damage, Frederick.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm gonna heal myself a little bit.
Yay.
This will actually let me do my thing. There we go.
Something helpful I recently discovered.
That's nice.
I can dismiss radiant action, but I don't want to do that.
Radiant action is all I heard.
Yeah.
You
I
can
can
dismiss
just-
Radiant Soul as an action.
As a
Yeah.
bonus action.
Yes, you're like 20 feet in the air. You should dismiss it now.
That's why I said I didn't want to do it.
Is that in your turn,
Anyway,
Miyamura?
I'm thinking I should step closer, but I also don't want to. No, I will go. I want to go over here just a bit, just in case there's some AoE. I don't want to catch Lundgren in it. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So, it is now Brock's turn. He's going to howl with his general angsty rage. And attack twice the guy on the ground. Which both of those hit. And
Oh my god.
Brutal crit.
I don't think he has that. Since he's a
Yeah, it's a 9th level thing for all barbarians. One
It
extra
is?
die.
one extra
Yeah.
die. Okay.
Well, we're all 9th level.
That's his point, Ty.
Mhm.
But, never mind. Yeah.
Okay. So an extra 10 on top of all that.
Oh goddamn.
Okay, so
Jesus
18 plus 23 is 42, 52 points of damage. Plus 4 fire damage. So 56?
What?
56 is magical
Are,
damage.
are you adding all those numbers together?
Yes.
What?
Sounds
The
like one of those
fire,
It's called a
the fire is magic.
Oh, okay.
How many points of fire damage does everyone around him take?
2,
it's
if I remember
2.
correctly, if you end your turn in his area of influence or just enter it.
I was also very confused.
I must be miscounting because I was totally never thinking to be 61. I think I'm
13
in
plus
error
6
somewhere.
plus 23 plus 10.
What?
13 plus 6 is 19. 23 and 19 is 42.
Mm-hmm.
42 plus 10 is 52, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus
you're
4.
just elemental damage because.
Yeah.
Okay.
56.
The damage other people.
Don't worry, I was in the same boat as you. I was also very confused. Oh yeah, they have resistance.
Which
Mhm.
means it's cut by half every time.
Oopsie.
And I'll roll his extra fire damage. Oh, yeah. Extra fire damage. Minus a 1.
Is that cut in half as well because of the resistance, even though it's
Yes.
just take 2 damage?
It is. It is cut in half.
Okay.
But cut in half means it doesn't count. Okay.
Is it just a fiery fart?
Pretty much. Grandma!
All he's doing ever.
It's now your turn.
Sorry, you said Grimly? I couldn't hear.
Yes, it's Grimly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to channel my divinity into my weapon, so I now have a +4 on my attack, and it's treated as a magic weapon, and it starts glowing pretty brightly. So yeah. So fuck you. I'm gonna swing on the guy on the ground because he's a bastard.
You have advantage. Because he is on the ground. Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
So at advantage, you get a 16.
Sweet.
You have 2 attacks at this level, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't hit with 1, but the second one you hit.
Oh.
So
A
you
whole
get
whopping 16 damage. Yeah.
16
That's
damage.
nice. So is a plus
16.
13 to it.
Oh yeah, that's
Damn,
because
that's
I can channel divinity, but it only lasts for a little while, and I can only do it once a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Channel Divinity is awesome.
Oh, and Brock heals a dice 6. I think it was a dice 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll
what
me a
was
dice
that
6.
strange aura
Rock
thing
heals
about
4.
last time?
4. Okay. He's just over
And that's
half.
about it.
Okay. Top of the round. Yeah. Another lightning bolt sizzles down from the sky. As the guy in front of Greer begins to mutter once again, and his eyes glow with lightning and obscuring his pupils, and a super huge lightning bolt comes down right here. And so I think you get a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage if you're on the ground. So yeah, screw that guy on the ground.
How far does it reach?
5 foot on either side, so it's going to be Brock and Frederick.
Not Frederick.
Is it Dex?
It is Dex.
I'm gonna use Dark One's own luck.
Oh, you also get a +4 because you're within 10 feet of me. Sorry.
Then no, I'm not gonna use Dark One's own luck. I'm gonna keep it at 16.
Okay. Let me check because I'm pretty sure I wrote down his save. Okay. Yeah. That does make the save. So you take 20 points of damage of lightning.
That made the save?
Oh, sorry. You roll 12. You take 40 points of damage of lightning.
No,
It's a
plus
16 because he's the paladin.
Okay. So that does make the save, so it is 20 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
And Brock does not, so Brock takes 40 points of lightning damage.
What
He
about-
also
Doesn't
gets
he
plus
get the
4.
+4?
Okay.
Sorry, everyone in a 10-foot radius around me that's my ally gets a +4.
Great. Fantastic. 20 points of lightning damage to both of you.
Unless I'm knocked unconscious, then I can't do it. I mean, that's just what the book says.
All of a sudden, Gimli passes out from an aneurysm. All right, anyway. All right. Post that right there. Okay. So, Greer, it's now your turn. There's a large cacophonous boom behind you as lightning strikes the ground, and the sound of sizzling meat against metal and other things.
Smells good.
And I will punch him some more.
Okay.
Hit him with the staff and punch.
So you're using another flurry
Yeah,
of
I have
blows.
one
Yes.
more. Yeah, I have one more key point after this.
Okay. Well, thank goodness you don't have advantage. Okay, so
And you
two
only
hit, the
need to
first
make
and the
another dex.
last.
Yep. Another 15 DC dex.
He rolled the exact same thing he rolled last time.
A 1?
No.
Hey, I
That's
tried.
2.
17. 17 points of damage.
And that's it.
That's not what I wanted, but okay. Six. There we go. All right. So now it is Short Sword's turn.
Which one is he?
She is right here.
Okay.
Do you need to know? I think it's more of
For the DM.
Tretskala's turn to be worried about things. Excuse me, sorry. I couldn't get the mute
Bless
in
you.
fast.
Bless you.
Okay.
Gesundheit?
Okay, only one, again, hits. God damn it. As you take another 11 points of piercing damage as the short sword manages to find its way under one of your scales and pierce you.
Unfortunately, it was the one in your crotch.
They're on the backside. How is this crotch on the back of you?
Ow, my cloaca.
This is true. Okay. This guy is going to shakily get up from the ground. Oh, wait, no. I'm pretty sure he failed to save. So this guy was fried by his own comrade.
Gotta
Electrified.
love people like that.
All the way to death?
What the hell does fried by his own comrade mean? And the giant
Oh,
axe.
I didn't see the X. Well, I saw the X, but I hoped it was not for our guys.
Okay. So this guy's again, the guy with the sickle is again going to try to attack the druid. Alright. And only one of them hits again. As he boops the snoot with the handle of his sickle, causing you 10 points of, I think it's technically slashing damage, but it's for theatrics. He
My
goes,
snoop,
boop.
but me.
Okay. Frederick.
Also, 69 HP.
Nice. Frederick, it's now your turn again. The guy in front of you has died a horrible death by lightning. Everything smells like ozone. The air is kind of ringing, and your eyes are bleeding. No, the last part isn't true. Everything else is.
Hello, Frederick.
He's
I'm
measuring
thinking.
Oh. Oh, it's not. It did not show me your.
because it is not seen, but I can see it. Oh, we're dealing with that sleepy Laura. Okay. It's a rave now. Okay.
Wait, so you can still see mine even though I have hide from others on?
Yes, because I'm
You can't
God.
hide anything from the GM.
I hide lots of shit from the GM.
Not in the game.
All right. On this gentleman, I believe I have advantage because of flanking, right?
Yes, you do.
2 hits or 1?
One hit.
Okay. 19 points of damage.
Nice. 16 points of damage.
Hey, is the round still 6 seconds in 5e?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You come up behind him, and you've been hanging around the town probably a little too much. You're not as sharp as you generally are, and you miss with the first one, but your back strokes are so on point. You just cut this guy right across one of his ass cheeks.
Take it.
Two more,
"Ah!"
we can make a
Stroke
Z.
was never my favorite, but
I'm gonna follow the Hershey Highway.
Okay, Tread, it's now your turn.
I'll have advantage. So I'm gonna turn around.
Is he like super quiet to anyone else?
He's
Yes,
a
he
little
is.
farther back now.
Extremely.
Is it better now?
Slightly.
It's so weird.
Put
didn't do
the
anything
mic
different.
in your mouth.
No.
Do it.
Stab. Pretty
Okay.
sure it.
That hits.
And it is this one.
Yes.
Was behind.
Okay.
Plus another 6. Ooh.
A force damage, you say?
Force.
Okay.
So
Yes. 3. 3 what? So again, you whip around and just stab the short swords person. And it goes through their clothing, and there's blood starting to gout out of it, and it's gruesome and delicious at the same time. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say no one poops my snoot without consent.
Well, that was the one on the other side then, but that still hits.
I say that before I this time. Okay.
So you want him to boop your butt then?
Okay, Lundgren. It's now your turn.
All right. So we're gonna try this again.
Are we?
I said try it. I didn't say it was gonna happen as a result.
You
Okay.
certainly tried.
Okay,
Does-
you're going
Does
this
that
guy?
hit this man? Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Does
Until
the
he
nat 20 hit that guy?
Until he negates it, no.
Okay. Plus my level one time for something I forgot would be 24.
An
Yeah.
additional 24? Or just 24
No,
total?
24 total.
All right, 12.
It's
And then the second being.
yeah. Whoops, I forgot. I gotta.
That one.
That also hits.
And then just because that thing with can only be doing one turn.
It is both amusing and frustrating to hear you try to explain this while your mic cuts out.
Sorry.
Okay, so you summon the powers of your patron, and these crackling blasts of energy that I always imagine as like these gray kind of lumpy energy things shoot out of his hands and collide into the side of this individual, and it seems as if the shield that he is holding takes the brunt of it, but he still takes damage, as if some of the eldritch energy was pulled into it. He is still alive. He looks terrible, but he is still standing.
Okay.
Miyamura, it is now your turn.
Is anybody looking like crap or
Everyone looks like crap. This has been a long and hard fight.
okay? How crappy?
Which ones? Your side or their side?
Our side.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, so how about Brock? Is he the crappy too?
He
Like really
does.
crappy? Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Light on.
Okay.
Whoop. Oh, that's right. They have to be separate.
No one's touching. 17. 17 points of healing. He's
I'm
also
touching Brock.
he's also at 16. Or sorry, 69 hit points. Okay. Miyamura, it's now your turn.
Okay, my turn. My turn's gonna be super simple. I'm just gonna. Let's see. I gotta figure out my route though. Probably.
Also,
No
whoever
matter what hit.
ended their turn in the orange sphere takes 2 points of fire damage.
Pretty done.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm
Which
going to
would
take
be Brock
kind of
and Grimley. Or no.
this-ish route
Uh-huh.
so that I won't get attacks of opportunity. But I'm going to do a dash action so I can get here to give tread advantage. And that's pretty much my turn.
I already have it, but thank you.
It's
I don't
advantage.
know this.
Not on that one.
It also gives you advantage, though, so maybe you'll actually hit.
Ouch.
Next time. Because
Next
I
time.
can't do anything else.
Grimley! Sorry.
So I still get one attack if I move my base land speed.
You get full attack action in 5e if I remember correctly. But first,
Yep.
Is that advantage still, or am I not flanking because it's diagonally?
it has to be across if I remember correctly.
Damn. Okay.
So, but first, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Brock moves in to try to be Brocked.
And burn everyone.
That sounds like something he would do.
And he
legitimately.
since he has 40 feet of movement, he bellows in glorious rage as he attempts to attack.
Ladle.
I can move right there.
Yes.
Now
So
I have advantage.
So you will have advantage, but he does not have advantage because you weren't there when he attacked. Only one of his attacks hit. And so that's 19. 19.
Watch him kill him before I get a chance to swing.
He is still
would suck.
alive.
Alright, so my turn to swing.
Yes. You're now swinging. Okay. Both of those hit.
18.
One more than you needed to actually kill him. So as you come up and you just
Hey.
Sweet, I
cut
did something.
him, you just like cut him behind the leg as he goes to the ground, and then just bring the axe right into the top of his forehead and just carve out his brain and tomahawk him.
Aw, I was aiming for his open mouth as you screaming.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. Top of the round. Ba, ba, ba. Ba-da-da. Okay, everyone in this area, I need a Constitution saving throw. DC 15.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm within 10 feet of the
Not the Paladin.
Plus
Paladin.
4.
So,
Grimly smoking duck is the man.
Yep.
Damn right.
his familiar is a goose. Okay, so
Oh shit, I get a plus 4 too.
Does it
Yeah.
works on yourself?
No,
Yes.
it does not.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Starting at 6th level, whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your Constitution modifier. I have to be
Okay.
conscious though, so if I'm unconscious, you guys are fucked, and so am I.
okay, for those of you
Well,
who made
okay.
the save, which also includes Frederick.
I'm sorry. What?
You need.
You
I
have
need
to
a
roll
con.
con save.
I need a
Roll-
con
I
save.
couldn't hear anything.
Cons-
Okay.
Dark one's own luck.
You also get a +4, but that's only a 12.
Yes, I get to add a D10.
That should be a 1. Anyway, for those of you who make the save, you take 7 points.
You motherfucker.
Deal power. Take 7 points of thunder damage, and unfortunately for Frederick, you take 15 points of thunder damage.
Thunder, thunder.
Oh man,
Actually,
I'm
I
not
forgot
at
to heal
69 anymore.
my die 6.
As a shattering sound erupts from just about here and kind of tears into you with thunderous energy. I need to mark that off. That's right.
We should have Lionel in the party. Thundercats.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while. Greer,
Cats.
it is now your turn.
Using my last key point and trying to beat the shit out of him.
When was your fairy shook one? Okay, those
Nice.
all hit.
All right, so I don't know if it'd be 2 deck saves or 1.
It's just one. $32 points of damage.
32. I was just about to say it.
Okay, as you just belabor this man with blows, you start to cave him in, and he coughs up some blood in a very anime-esque style and just slumps to the ground. As you knock his feet out from under
Hey,
him.
that's a spleen.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Alright. Cleric is down, as is him. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. Eh, this individual, seeing all their comrades are gone, disengages.
Coward.
Starts running.
So great.
Damn it! Since they disengage, no attacks of opportunity. Fuck.
Okay. Frederick, is now your turn.
Sick 'em, Dano.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna get him.
Those do not hit.
That's fair.
It's come up, whack, whack. It misses. It is now Chetskala's turn.
Is this distance accurate? He's about 25 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Because of my spell, I have 40 feet of movement. Can I get behind him?
You could. No, off the reservation, and I can't pull you back.
Oh God, what did I do? What have I done?
You are still
Uh-oh.
there.
Trid Skull is broken through to the other side
Yeah.
in
He
the
is.
real world.
He's now in the real world with
He
us.
knows.
Why do you gotta break
20.
the fourth wall, man?
Hey, no clue.
What is this white paper I'm seeing? Who are all
Seriously?
these humans looking at me?
Suddenly, there's just a bearded monitor lizard in the middle of a table, and there's a bug that goes by. And goes, you do have advantage, so that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Plus 4 or 2
2.
force.
Yay! All right, so you come around, and it's like no one escapes from me, despite the fact that I'm on a table. Stab, and this is very surprising. You know, it turns around. There are now 2 gouts of blood coming from them.
Why does he have a red dot on him?
I
I don't understand.
Lundgren, it's now your turn.
Yes. Could I Sarah being 20 feet up?
You would have to move in order to be able to see him.
Okay.
Or
I
her,
can do
actually.
that. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Whoop, 30. Something's messed up.
Yeah,
How about now?
I would say you'd be able to see them.
Okay.
You have advantage on any Eldritch Blasts you give because they are surrounded by your enemies. Or your friends.
Your frenemies.
Surroundings happening.
What was that lime green line across the sky?
Yeah.
Metatread.
That does not hit.
Assuming that doesn't hit.
Damn!
That also
That really
does
sucks.
not hit.
I think he needs to restart and re-roll the second one because that's just wrong.
Do you only have a +2 to charisma?
No, he's got a +6
No,
to his
I have
attack.
like +5, 6, yeah.
You
Those rolls
should
were
be getting
crap.
more than that.
You should definitely be getting more than that.
Mhm.
Your bonus to hit should be at least 4. If you have a +6 charisma.
No, I
it's
only have
four
+5.
charisma.
Oh, +4 charisma, then you should be
Yeah, I have
+8,
20.
not 6.
Okay.
Because you're proficient with it.
+5 plus, so he should get a +9 to his. I think if he's proficient, he's plus his charisma modifier. Have you not been updating your sheet, Ty?
I try to update my sheet when I get stuff.
So no, he has not.
You don't update your sheet when you level?
Well, yeah, some of this stuff, yeah.
That's weird because the thing is said that it's attack, that's off of charisma, and that he's proficient with it. You're clicking. You're clicking. Hang on. What are you clicking? Are you clicking in the actual spell sheet?
No, I was clicking up here.
Up where?
Up the thing that's attached to my
No,
token.
don't do that. Use the one on your sheet because your sheet is updated.
Okay, fine.
That explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No.
Despite the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
don't
it makes it
How about now?
quote unquote easier.
How about now?
With advantage, that does hit.
Okay.
Reroll both of your attacks, or the second attack again, so that you can actually get your proper bonus.
The full effect.
Yeah, that still doesn't hit, but you
All right.
do 6 points or 5 points of force damage
So-
to this individual.
Okay, +9
What?
for my bonus for radiant soul, radiant
Yeah.
damage
Okay.
once per turn.
So,
So that-
it's 20, so it takes 10.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. Because I don't
A
know
little bit helps.
if radiant damage is
It's-
magic.
Radiant
Is it?
damage
is magic.
It's still magic, yeah.
Okay. So that's cut in half as well.
Just
So
because it's
it would be
spicy
4.
electricity doesn't mean it's not spicy. It doesn't mean it's not electricity.
Yeah, I know.
Mia, it's now your turn.
Oh, okay. Now that I know that this person has definitely been injured, I'm going to try and use Tell the Dead. Let's see, we're at 5th level, so it's 2d12.
What did it do?
They mean to make a wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Okay. They did not make it.
They take 16 necrotic.
Okay, they take 8 necrotic. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you see the life essence just kind of burn up off of them. Frederick and Tread.
Then. Shoop. Hello. Actually, I'm gonna. I can't really get away that way anyway. So yeah, no, I'm good here.
Okay. So
And I'm done.
Brock is going to bellow once more with rage and feeling.
Weedle.
And he's going to make it
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
over here, still burning the absolute crap out of everyone, and attempt to kill this individual viciously, but with that, not using his brutal attacks. Ooh. Yay.
Man, he's always getting these.
Well, that's because he's not here.
His bonuses are crazy.
That's because he's a power gamer. Okay, so 23.
No, you don't say.
Because he's a barbarian, and that's what barbarian.
All right, so 10
Or
fire
fighting
damage.
combat
5.
might be useless.
What do you
But in
mean,
combat,
might be?
goddamn.
Okay.
So that's barbarians in a nutshell. In combat, they're fucking awesome. Out of combat, no. Mm-mm.
No, I just mean like a plus 14 to hit is like ungodly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So he just comes up and he cleaves first the right half, then the left half off of this individual's body. And there's just this armless, legless stump with a head on top that just plops to the ground. Ah! He goes.
So his name was Bob?
His name is Bob now. And he drops his
But when we
rage.
put him in front of a door, his name will be Matt.
I'm sure Brock will hang him on a wall and call him Art.
Call him Art, yeah. Damn it, you took mine.
Well, anyway, So that brings us out of combat. The street is smoking with
I'm
fire.
gonna start patting this guy down and see if he has any information or anything on him
Saying
about why
with
they're
the cleric.
attacking us.
Okay.
Now, listen carefully.
Hmm?
I drop all the way to the ground, then dismiss Radiant Soul.
You drop to the ground, dismissing Radiant Soul.
No, before dismissing Radiant Soul. Are you always
Float
trying
to
to
the
get me to
ground,
impact the
then
sidewalk, for
dismiss
pity's sake?
Well, to be fair, I did hear most of that, but you were cutting out.
I don't know why you're
you
cutting
were.
out super bad, but Trent isn't.
It's probably because I got on with this stuff first. So, hey, prioritizing. Anyway, so the sky is still leadenly overcast, threatening rain. The swirl of storm that was above from the cleric has dissipated with his death. People are starting to kind of peek out of their houses and stuff, and there's still some smoldering craters where the lightning hit, and there's still some bodies. As you begin to search, you find. It's time to get all the loot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm searching as well.
I have an important question. How many do I get?
How many thumbs? How many fingers?
Fingers and thumbs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 10. You get 70.
Oh.
Alright, so the one that Brock killed had a short sword on them.
70 human fingers. It's just...
Okay. You find a set of splint mail and a weird shield. On the cleric, the one with the hand sickle had a hand sickle, and he also has a surprisingly resilient looking cloak.
Which one?
The one right in front of you. This one.
Okay. I'll take the cloak off of him and keep the hand sickle to sell.
This guy just has his hands, as did this one. So you're
I want
Tread,
those stands.
Tread is already taking their weapons. That one has a club, and that is.
So you're
it.
saying that one? If you're pinging, you can't see anything.
Sorry, the one that Mia is by had a club.
Okay.
And the orc with the interesting tattoos across his chest to his
Okay.
biceps had a quarterstaff.
Damn, monk's not carrying anything on him.
And there's the other one down here to the south. He had a flaming whip, didn't he?
Those were his hands. They
He had a
extended.
10-foot range with his hand. Damn.
There is way the 4 elements. I believe it is not cinder strike.
Mhm.
Okay.
Monk
It's a
stuff.
flame snake.
Yeah.
Something fire snake.
I'll get the stuff from the cleric and take the shield over to Mia Mara, since I believe she uses a shield.
Yep, she
Thank
does.
you.
Yes. It's a nice shield. It's what we would call a heater shield or a kite shield. It's this. It looks like brushed iron. You know how it has that nice dark patina on it, but it's still slightly reflective.
Sure. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Okay. It's when steel has been left out and it develops a layer of protective rust that is actually black. That is what a patina is. The more you know. Okay. Yeah, so your enemies are defeated. The crap has been kicked out of you. What are you guys going to be doing? You have 2 days
Have
to
to get
prepare.
somewhere safe here.
You have 2 days to prepare for the coming assault on Loburn, as the band has informed you through, I believe it was Isra, that they're coming and they need an entrance into the city.
Well, first off, I'm gonna take out my pipe and start smoking. Second off, I think we need to find a different inn.
Yeah, we
Yes.
do.
Very good idea.
Hmm. Alright, is there anything special about this shield? Is it magical?
Well, you do have someone who can identify things now, don't you?
Oh, if it is magical, then yes. But I don't know if it is yet.
Okay, well, I can just cast Identify on it anyhow. Or I'll have to ritual cast it.
Sits down in the
I'll
middle of
ask
the
if
road.
you can do it as well
Let's
later
do
when we
that
have time on this cloak.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that when we find a place to stay.
I'll
Yeah.
gather them all up and lead
Well,
them
in
to
itself.
another inn.
Yeah, let's just get out of here, and then once we settle down, I can identify the whole
Before-
things. No
Before we move,
problem.
I'll kind of try and start dragging the bodies into one area so they can be disposed of later on.
Okay.
And
Like,
Unless
underneath
you want
as,
to.
Just throw them in a pile and
Cast-
throw Brocked on them.
as soon as they're like all piled up like that, I want to do my ceremony to make sure they don't become undead.
As they start twitching. No.
Nope.
Oh god, we're gonna have a fairy stomping party again.
The longer we stay with these bodies, the more I eat.
I can't hear you, Tread.
The body's the one.
Oh.
He
Well,
does that.
Hey,
Yeah.
that'll prevent them from being undead. Unless they come back as big piles of undead crap. Ooh, that's a good idea for a
Missing
boss.
hands and fingers.
Oh man.
And they smell. Oh my god, the smell.
Oof.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Greer, you know the city. What's a good inn we can go to that,
I'll
people
take them
won't be
to
watching it?
another decent inn that I know the proprietors will keep their damn mouths shut.
Mm-hmm. I will, however, remind you that you were scryed on like 3 times in that room.
We need to find a way for maybe nobody to be able to find people with scrying. So perhaps while some of us go get a room, somebody should go visit one of the merchants and see if they can find something to stop scrying on an area.
I'll also remind
Maybe I can trade this sickle for enough money for something.
We don't need money. We need access.
They're loaded. I'll point to them and go, they're loaded.
What is this loaded?
He means we're
Lots
rich.
of money.
He means we're insanely rich. Shh.
I do not have any money.
That's fine.
The group as a whole, point to, I believe Tread has the bag and he has a lot
Yeah.
of gold with him.
There is a lot of gold in this bag, yes.
So
Well-
they are loaded, as you say. Yes. That makes more sense.
Sort of, yeah.
Sorry, we should isn't there magic people you can talk to there?
We might be able to find somebody with the bakers, but we'll have to have people keep moving around while we see if we can get a hold of any of them.
I was thinking maybe we could stay with them. Maybe they have a way for us to not be scried.
They are very secretive as to where they like to stay. I doubt
Perhaps
they
we should
would
have this
protect
conversation
us
away from a giant pile of bodies where we just killed them in case the city guard comes around.
I
Yep,
thought we were
we should
walking
get
and
outta here.
talking.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Oh, I didn't know where we were going.
Yeah, this
I was
isn't
leading
tooting.
you guys to another inn.
Okay. So you lead them to another inn, a lovely place, not as well facade with as good a wooden facade, is actually intricately carved on the outside. You know this to be the establishment of Dorok's Stonebed, and he ironically named his inn Chisler's Stonebed.
I'm used to stone beds. That works.
He is also a dwarf.
Of course it is.
Yep. And unlike other parts of the city, everything is dwarf-sized for like the furniture and the way
no.
he's doing stuff. The doors, however, are tall enough for an average human to pass through.
Oh no.
I nod in approval.
Oh no.
I'm looking
Yeah.
around going, okay.
Do I
Just-
have to
he'll
duck
keep his
to
mouth
get
shut.
in here? The door.
A little bit. And by a little bit, like a lot.
I mean, a
So,
lot.
imagine
a lot of it.
Imagine Gandalf in Bilbo Baggins'
Oh
house.
no. Oh no.
For the doors, the ceilings are
So
a
wait,
little
she has a
higher.
beard?
Yes.
I'm 8'2" and a dwarven. No.
It's terrible.
Now, if this is the only place I know keep their mouth shut, I would have tried to take them to a different place that would, be able to suit them. But I understand.
This is one of the only inns in the location where they're known for their secretive nature. You know that Darok's stone bed is not very. He's like the grumpy individual who immigrated from a far country, who doesn't trust any of the locals, and
Oh,
people.
well, perfect, actually.
And
That
people
works well.
actually prize his tight-lippedness, despite the fact that he does not make anything or order anything larger than dwarf-sized.
Great.
Oh, that means it's dwarf-sized beds too, and dressers
Exactly.
and tables.
Oh no.
I wonder if we will fit the beds together so people will have.
I will need
Yeah,
an entire
we-
room.
I was gonna
No,
say
no.
we're gonna need about 10 beds.
He took over an old human establishment and re-outfitted everything inside with dwarven stuff. So the rooms are typically sized inn rooms. Just everything is outfitted with dwarven like chairs and beds.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, the
Slays me. It's so
Yeah.
hilarious. We're gonna have to put like 10 of them together for me and Moira, and about
Yeah,
2 or 3
exactly.
of them
This is
together
like
for the rest
Snow
of
White.
Okay.
For some reason, I find this darn hilarious. I don't know why.
Me and Moira just stares at a chair like, I'll like that if I sit in it.
And you'll pay if you
It's
do.
dwarven made. It's dwarven made. It's stout.
Just like us.
So you prefer if she sat on you?
I wouldn't say no.
Let's not go
but I
too
prefer
far
not.
forward there.
That might help him, though.
You see, like,
I am lots of
Stone
Eddie.
Bed just kind of like look somewhere else and just take a sip from his stout that he always seems to have.
This will be interesting, but
I charge by the bed too.
please don't.
Well, this one, and I point at Greer, only needs half a bed.
I don't need a bed.
And don't do half beds.
How about a triple bed?
What do you mean?
Oh,
They
well,
want to put 4 beds together. There.
yeah, we might have to.
Then you pay for 4 beds.
Okay.
I don't need a bed.
Trying to get
I'm
out of
finding
my
this-
trying to get out of paying, aren't you? Hmm.
No.
No, we're
There's
probably
gonna be
going to
enough
have to
bed
order
for-
about 10 beds here. So,
I sleep on the floor.
If y'all weren't so tall.
That still counts as a bed.
the floor counts as a bed.
It's made of stone.
Okay.
So
You got
4
me
beds
there.
For me and Moira. Everybody else should need about 2. Besides Grimly and myself.
All right, 4, 6, 3 plus
Jesus.
2, 6.
So, between like
12
15
beds.
and 20, 12 of them.
12 beds.
For some
Because
reason, I'm finding this more hilarious than combat.
this is not combat.
Fucking awesome.
This is also you don't know where the Tempest King is, by the way. He's just like, yep, I'm about my business.
He up and poofed out of here.
So you see him do some quick calculations. That's 120 silver.
I'll look over at Tread since I know he has money.
I don't have the funds actually on my sheet, but I will take it out of the funds.
So 120 silver, you said? 'Cause you kinda
120
cut
silver.
out there.
Yes, silver.
Okay.
No, he's charging you platinum. Yes, it's silver.
Although he's
Those better be more than just beds that he has.
Well, dwarven prostitutes are about as hard as their beds, so you never know.
What?
What is a prostitute?
You're not a very wise lad, are you? Or experienced, shall I say? But
Wise, yes. Experience, no.
I can smell it
I
on
have
you.
plenty of experience.
Unfortunately,
Wise-
Combat.
unfortunately, no prostitutes here. There's a weird city ordinance.
I wouldn't be outside of the mountain if I were wise.
You and me both.
This is quite the establishment.
It is. Food's extra.
Of course it is.
I can probably do about 5 silver for the lot of you, not each for the whole lot. Dwarven food will fill you up real fast, and it's super cheap to make. It's gruel. It's like oatmeal, but thicker.
With raccoon teeth in
No
it.
flavoring.
There is some flavoring. It tastes a little like sawdust or possibly
have
metal shavings.
All the spices we need, don't we, Trent?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
can make anything taste good. It's fine.
Are you insulting my wife's cooking?
No?
Good. So that'll cost you extra.
She just, goes from looking at him, slowly turns to Greer. Is this really the only place?
It's the place we need right now.
Seems fine to me.
Okay. I'm just very worried about breaking something. Or eating my head. A lot.
Oh, these doors are too tall.
I've noticed you can look very well. You can look around very well, I've noticed.
So
Are
for
you
you,
talking to me?
meanwhile, for you, it feels more like it's just the door, just the doorways that kind of feel small. The headspace is more like a slight hunch for you, like most of the human dwellings you've actually encountered.
No, I'm worried about the doors.
The
and
doors are human
chairs.
sized. The chairs are
The
not human
chairs.
sized.
I have to sit on the floor.
All of them
Looks
look
Would
like
Trent even do chairs with his tail?
Everybody's sitting
Rabbit.
cross-legged.
Just on the floor.
Yeah. Waiting for 12 beds to arrive.
Well, I think we're downstairs right now, but either way.
you do notice in
give me
here
a
that
second.
the other places kind of like had tapestries or something decorating the walls. The walls here are bare, but they are finely chiseled in such a way as you Grimly would know is dwarven ways to make things pretty. So it's like at first it looks like a kind of
stony.
a scuffed wall, but when you look closer, it's this very intricate working of like tree patterns and leaves and fruit and flowers, all in this kind of fresco-like relief, mostly on the edges of things, and it kind of ends at dwarf height. So it's like the upper
You have a
parts.
good stone worker.
I did it myself, and it's kind of boring here.
I can understand. It's just a minor.
Aren't we all?
I'm not a miner.
You don't have the look of one. I'm sure you can swing a pickaxe just as good.
Well,
you
which
see-
rooms are ours?
One of the ones upstairs, and you see him pull a flask out of like his shirt and drink it, put it back in, and pick up the mug of ale that he has with.
And then drink that.
Kind of chase it a little bit. I'll go get your rooms ready. And shove a couple hundred beds together.
So did he just
100.
do a self-made boiler maker there?
A little bit.
Love y'all waiting.
It's a hilarious lush. Or
Me
something.
and Moira's gonna.
He's a lightweight.
Yeah, well,
You just see some of the drinkers down underneath the mountains.
we don't know how much he drank before we got here.
He didn't smell like alcohol, so not that much.
Yes, Mia. Your comment.
Not when you're typing.
They can,
All
but Ty has a
thanks.
way of talking over people, and I apologize. Go ahead, Mia.
I was just gonna bring out the shield, so it can be identified.
Oh, okay, sure. Are we like in our rooms and stuff? Are
No,
you in the room?
No,
He's getting stuff
I think
ready.
we're just downstairs while we're waiting.
Okay. Do you think it's smart to do that here?
I do not see why not.
Six
Okay.
armed men jump in with arbalasts and start shooting at the place. No.
Start shooting the place up. Everyone dies in a hail of
So I
bullets.
started
Campaign over.
blasting.
Pretty much.
Well, this is gonna take me 10 minutes. Are you prepared to wait that long?
I believe we have 10 minutes.
Okay.
You hear wood scraping on stone and other wood upstairs. Some slight dwarven cussing as it goes on.
I just light my pipe.
Should we
Okay.
not send somebody out who knows about magic stuff to see if we can find something to stop scrying before we get too comfortable here?
I do not know anyone. Not ill. And I
Maybe
do
Yeah, it's not
not-
like we're from this town or anything.
Somebody go with me who knows about magic.
Frederick
kind?
does.
I don't know about the kind of magic you need.
I'll head this off at the pass. Greer, you would know that for the most part, like heavily enchanted items and things of this nature are not generally sold within Loburn to the common populace. It's mostly specialty shops or government conscripted business that is controlled within the influence of both the keep and the furnace.
Okay, so none of the merchants would actually be able to get me any of it.
Yeah, you might find
I'd
something
have
that's
to deal with a baker.
yeah, and from what you have been told, the bakers are most likely working in those environments, so they're unlikely to smuggle some random things out for you without great care, and that takes time.
And possible consequences to themselves, and we only have 2 days.
Speaking of time, you have cast Identify. The shield's known as the Shield of the Arcane. It halves magical damage when it is equipped. And the cloak is a cloak of protection.
Cool.
Is that a +1?
What?
Is Cloak of Protection just a +1 cloak?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
All
throw it
right,
over my
there we go.
shoulder. Hey, it'll help protect me. Unless someone else wanted it.
No.
I'm at
I
17 AC.
I thought I had all the stuff that I could.
You also had a set of normal banded mail.
Oh,
Splint mail, I thought.
Split mail. Correct. As I forget my armor terms for a fictional game. Okay.
So is that a small shield or a large shield?
There's just shields in in 5e.
Thought they at least had sizes. Never
Nope. They got rid of that. It's just a shield.
mind. Lame.
Yes and no.
Tower shields are awesome. Damn it.
They are,
that's true.
but 5e is made for simplicity and easily.
There are tower shields in 5e. It's just more of a homebrew thing.
Yes. Yes, they are.
They're a little different than normal shield. So speaking of shields, if no one else would like it, I can take it. I can use it.
If you're gonna use it, fine, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I can't use.
What's
a
your shield?
My shield?
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that too.
It's just a normal one.
Okay, just seeing if you had a magic one or not, because this is just a piece of wood.
As is mine. Okay. I guess I'm gonna take that shield.
As a healer,
Many of
yeah,
you-
because you staying alive is very important, because you can keep everyone else
Yes.
alive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a
Many of you
shield.
don't have as many items as we do, so maybe you would use this more often than me. And he holds up a ring of spell storing. I don't use it very often. If any of you motioning to Greer, Grimly, Miyamoira, if any of you would like it, I don't use it very much. Maybe it would be of more use to you.
I could store
Yeah.
my attack spells in it, I guess. Or can you like put buffing spells and shit in it too?
Yes, any
Yeah.
type
Okay.
of spell.
I mean, yeah.
I could even load it up for someone who can't cast spells, and give you a healing spell or polymorph or summon animals.
Lightning bolt. I
Whatever
shoot
call
lightning
lightning
bolt from my
hands.
from my middle finger to the enemy.
I don't have lightning bolt, but I have call light.
You have a crap ton of things and attacks, Tread.
Yes, I have so many things I can do. I don't really need this
I could
very
utilize
much. So if one of you wants it,
Let Grimly have it.
All right,
all right, I hand it off to Grimly. You have a ring of spell storing.
awesome. Thank you.
Ew.
It
Yeah,
can hold
I have enough-
5
I have
levels of
enough.
a spell.
I'm good.
Can you put a call lightning in it?
Yes, that would take 3 spell slots. So you would still have 2 slots for any other spells you want.
Cool. All right, I got a call
Or I
lightning
could
in it.
put 2.
Well, let me look through my own spells first.
And that shield is Shield of the Arcane,
Mm-hmm.
and it halves all magic damage.
Mm-hmm. Just have to remember that in case send non-magical damage at you.
Just trying to remember, didn't I have a meeting with some of the bakers?
You
At some point.
you sent Isra, and he said he would pass on the information, but gave no
Okay.
guarantees. And it has been like 2 hours since that has happened.
Yeah, well, it's
Okay, I was just
so.
trying to remember. I thought I had written it down, but I apparently don't have that sheet and accidentally threw it away or
Yay!
something.
Bookkeeping.
Yay.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to start meditating.
I'm trying to stay awake.
I'm
How
in game.
about
I'm smoking.
how about I try to make a healing potion?
Medicine and intelligence.
Oh boy.
Medicine, okay.
Okay, so I will say because of the intelligence score, despite the fact that you're like, how to heal people, you are able to make a 1d4 healing potion.
Pure luck.
Yay! I think it's my first or second one.
Damn.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
You said one of the monks had a quarterstaff.
Yes.
May I have that quarterstaff? The one.
Sure.
Does anyone else need it or want it?
not me.
I use an
and I'm-
axe.
You'll
And
see
I'm
my
going to-
quarterstaff sitting right next to me.
I haven't done it for a while. I'm going to use my cunning artisan. As part of a short rest, I can harvest bone or hide, or in this case, wood, to create one of the following items, and I'm going to make a 1d4 darts with.
Okay. As you work the wood
darts.
real good, you get 2 darts out of it. It's been a while, but yeah, you kind of scrape a couple of nice long darts out of it.
They're nice darts. I have so many darts.
Darts you'll never use.
Unless he gives them to me, and then I might actually use them.
Do you need darts?
I have like 12 on me.
I have 24. Some are wood, some are bone.
Why do
You
you
want
have so
them?
many?
I did a lot of crafting
I was
early on in our
bored.
adventures.
Power leveling. Got it.
Yeah, well,
1,000 iron
No,
daggers.
it's like
it
in
takes.
the early
It's
game.
just
He
the
was,
thing I can do during a short rest, and we were killing a lot of things. So I took the bones from an ogre and made. I actually made
Bunch
my
of shit.
shield.
Oh,
My shield that I use is made from an ogre skull, and I had it enchanted.
Sweet.
So that's probably a badass looking shield. Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it is. I keep forgetting about that. You guys fought an ogre skeleton.
Well, it is a good thing though, because like most druids can't use steel. So might
Exactly.
as well.
And it's a fun little thing I can do. And it's not like darts are all that useful. I've literally never thrown one, but I kept stockpiling them.
They are very useful if you pair them with poisons.
I can attest to using a reskinned version of darts as throwing knives a lot as my monk in Curse of Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Getting like every other one I threw was a nat 20. All right. So Stone.
I am trying to figure out what other spell I want in this ring, so I would ask him before we took a rest, so that way, he could regain the spell slot.
I mean, if we're doing a short rest or a long rest? Question.
I think at the moment just a short rest.
Yeah, it's like noon.
Oh, okay.
Let me check real
I'm gonna
quick.
get some
I know.
gruel.
Okay, I already had two. Okay, I used the one. I had 2 spells in, but now it only has absorb elements in it.
Oh, it already has
And then
absorb
I
elements?
cast, yeah, it has absorb elements. That's 1 slot, and I just put call lightning in it for you, so that's 3 more. So there's 1 more slot.
Okay.
Okay.
First level spell.
Let's see.
Darok comes back down, and you see him take out an entirely different flask, like from behind behind his little counter. take a sip from it.
Of course.
Your room's ready. Takes a sip from yet another flask that's on the other side in his tunic.
Can I get a bowl of gruel?
Yeah, get it ordered right up. You paid the 5 silver for the lot?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. You hear him shout, Lorraine! Get a bowl of gruel! Alright, I'll show you your
And an
rooms.
equally bearded dwarf comes up.
There's no response. You just kind of hear this clatter of cookware starting to go, and you hear with a very resounding thwomp as something is put into like what can only be a bowl or a plate, and you can hear it sticking already.
It reminds me of home.
And this good-looking for a dwarf woman comes out with this nicely carved wooden bowl with something that looks between the color of oatmeal and the consistency of plaster of Paris.
Looks like like my mom used to make. Thank you, Mother.
Oh, you're welcome. And she hands it over to you. There's like no wiggle in it at all.
Okay.
Oh god.
I smell the aroma.
It smells like the forge.
And
Somehow.
I start salivating.
Lorraine goes back into where the kitchen apparently is.
Is it just slag from smelting iron or something?
You want to smell it?
Not particularly, no.
I take a spoonful as we're walking up to our rooms.
Okay, it kind of cuts just like a really thick pudding or mousse, but it actually tastes really good.
Only lumpier.
No, it's actually surprisingly smooth for gruel, and it's kind of like I don't want to say a rice pudding, but it's
Thick cream of
savory.
wheat.
It's savory, but
Cream
it
of
has
wheat.
a sweet aftertaste. And it actually tastes really good. This is probably some of the best gruel you've had in a while.
I want to go back to my mountain.
Thick ass grit.
Pretty much, yeah. So you're led up these nice snow sets.
Try some, but I'll do that later.
And you're shown into a set of rooms. There are 2 rooms. They're connected by a door in the middle. There's 2 doors leading out. One has like beds just shoved up against the wall, set up really close together with like a couple of blankets thrown over the top to make it look like one. Then there's 2 beds by themselves in that room, and in the other one there is 2 to 3 beds just put together to look like 3 beds. And you can tell that this is what he pulled together as quickly as he could. The 3-bed ones have dwarf-sized blankets and pillows on them, so they don't fully reach when they're pushed together. And the other one has like 3 kind of, so you have to be very careful when you're underneath them. The other 2 are fine.
I'll go take one of the single beds and just relax and lean back and eat my gruel.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's supposed to be my room as well, so I'll sit in there and finish.
I'll kick my boots off too.
And I shall leave the room, because damn, that stinks.
So, how long you planning on staying?
I don't know. A few days maybe?
All right, so that's 120 silver a night.
All right.
All right. Do you want any of our house gruel sent up?
This should suffice for now.
All right. Any of the rest of you?
Do we have time?
As
I
I'm
will try
eating,
some.
I'd like some gruel too.
Good.
I'll try some.
Right before
Yes,
the
I
lunch
would very
rush.
much like some.
Okay. You see him kind of counting off on his hand with just one handed as the other one just kind of scratches his stomach. And he's like calculating just how large of a bowl is for each of them and how many there are. Just before the lunch rush, too. Fantastic. Okay. You hear him thump down the stairs. It's somehow the stone stairs kind of echo as he thumps on them, as you expect from like a wooden surface. But it's not.
Dwarven craftsmanship.
The dwarves are very
he's quite happy
strange.
today.
Is this most dwarves are?
Happy? Yeah, as long as they have work and need.
So dwarves are very work oriented.
Oh yeah, and we dug out the mountains ourselves.
What do you mean dug out?
You've never been to the dwarven cities? Well, they're actually giant halls you would be able to fit. And I start spooning my gruel in my mouth.
So they are all made out of the mountain?
At least mine was. I don't know what some other communities do, but the mountain I lived under, we dug out huge tunnels and we have dug very deep, and we have some ancient tigers and different things like that. Some of the more wealthy families live even deeper. The closer you live to the surface, the less important you are.
You do know that there is a town called Unterbaren that is kind of a human dwarf hybrid just at the base of the southern break. On the east side of the city of Sarand, or the country of Sarand.
But of course, we have to have trade, so some dwarves have to work on the surface.
Do you like being on the surface?
Not at first. I'm used to it now. I miss my mountain, though.
I miss mine as well. So we do not live in the mountain, we live on it. So it is very strange.
On. It just seems weird with all that space underneath.
Well, there is no space there. We would have to make the space. But
Yeah, and that's what makes it better.
it is hard to dig into ice.
You do know, Miamor, that the kind of government structure of Yignis is situated in the mountain on the highest peak. And they kind of hollowed that area out, kind of like bird aviaries.
Yeah, but then the whole place isn't in the mountain though.
Yeah, there's a lot of that is, but it's a huge mountain.
I kind of assume like caves, like natural caves, like they probably didn't dig it out themselves. Unless they did.
To an extent, yes, they utilize the natural cave system,
Okay.
but they did
So
kind of shape it.
as I'm eating, I point her out with my spoon, all the little dwarven, carvings and stuff like that. I'm like, think of that. I say it through a half mouthful of gruel, but on a grander scale, all over, down the halls, stone pillars, everything. It is quite breathtaking.
I would love to see it one day.
I just kind of look at my gruel and nod and start eating again.
Oh, he's homesick. I'm sorry.
It builds character.
Not homesick, banished.
Oh, so
Nice.
there's a bit more of a story there then. Okay.
Why would you be banished?
I killed my stone brother.
What is a stone brother?
My brother and I were born on the same day, same clan, same stone.
So your real brother?
No, different mothers, different fathers, same clan.
And I will not ask how.
I guess others would call them cousins or something. It's all weird.
Listen,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I am very sorry you cannot go back so.
Maybe one day. That's why I'm out here.
There you go. One day.
I live a long time, you never know.
Brock pouts in the corner. And his outfit is very similar in some of the colorations as to Grimly's kind of stuff that he has on his armor.
Sorry.
Yeah, because he's Syndicate too, as I recall.
Mm-hmm. Grimly and Brock are both working for the Stone Syndicate, which I was looking back at my notes, actually has another word in it, and it's just deformed into Stone Syndicate.
Fuck it.
I mean, it's
Syndicate it
hard to
is.
say. Yeah, it sounds better than the, what was that?
Stone something.
Stone Loft Syndicate. Which sounds kind of lame. Okay. Dark eventually comes back with a armful of platters of gruel. It's steaming hot, and he holds it up. You anything you want to wet your whistle? He says that he wets his.
I don't have a whistle.
You want a whistle?
What?
He's asking you if you want alcohol or something else to drink.
Well, he said he didn't have a
Oh.
whistle.
Would you?
What was that, boy?
You wouldn't happen to have any tea, would you?
Tea. Yeah. The wife drinks the
I
stuff.
look down at the crest on my armor and back up. Kind of a thing.
Ugh. Wife drinks the stuff. I can get you some.
Thank you. I flip him another silver for it.
He comes back about 5 minutes later, maybe a little bit longer, and there is this very black tea. And he kind of hands it out to you. It doesn't have a saucer, it's just a teacup.
That's cool.
Anything else? You still want a whistle, boy? And he points to Tread.
Sure.
I'll get you a nice stone whistle.
Why does he call me boy?
Aren't you?
He's older.
I mean, I think everyone here is older than me.
How old are you?
This
2.
since I've been with this group, that's one more cycle. So 16 cycles.
Oh, you are very young.
How old is Grimly?
I have almost 100 cycles on you. 109.
All right. So technically, Dark is a little bit younger than you, but he looks a lot older.
Must be all the booze.
I am assuming a cycle is a year.
From what I understand from the soft skins, yes.
I have over 200 cycles then.
You an elf?
That is. He starts counting on his fingers. That is 4 or 5 generations of my people.
That's like half my life right there.
Meanwhile, just kind of shrugs. We live a long time.
If I'm lucky, I live that long.
Especially
Only
with
our
that mouth.
shamans live longer. My people typically only live to be about 40 cycles, 50 cycles.
I couldn't imagine that. Barely out of childhood.
I'll look around and go.
We mature after one cycle. Oh, a couple cycles.
Should somebody go and find the storm guy, whatever his name is?
Tempest King, John the Butcher. Well,
Yes.
do you know where he's gone?
I do not know where he
You
went.
guys know him better than I do.
You know this place better than anyone.
But he does not know him.
It's a
So he
big
does not know where he
city.
went.
I know that. I have no idea where he would go.
Maybe he went back to Kegs.
As we draw back, somewhere else in the city, John the Butcher's walking around. Oh, it's good to stretch legs. I don't recognize the street at all. Great.
Oh no.
Oh no.
God.
Back to the thing. Dirk comes back and he's got a couple of mugs of ale in one hand, and he hands out to Tread something that's probably about. It looks like a bar of soap with rounded edges, and it has on the bottom of it the same kind of carving that the walls have, and there's a slight slit on one end, and then there's a couple of kind of barely noticeable notches on the top. And he says, "Here's your whistle, boy."
I'm sorry, he says what?
"Here's your whistle, boy."
Thank you. I've never actually seen a whistle before. I didn't know what it was.
It makes noise. And he turns it around so that the little hole faces him, and he puts his lips to it, and he goes. It doesn't seem like he actually blows into it, but there's this faintest buzz that you hear. Then all of a sudden it goes higher, and it goes into a kind of like an ocarina kind of sound, and he covers one of the noticeable slits, and then he kind of alternates between those, and it changes the pitch a little bit. Stone whistle. He hands it to you. You might
Tread holds it in both hands. This is amazing. And
Okay.
he goes to use it, and it just shrieks. What did I do?
You'll get
I
used to
think
it.
I broke it.
Nah, it's fine. Blow a little lighter.
Wait, do you even have
No noise
lips?
at all. A little bit.
If not, you can always try a nostril.
He tries
my
the
God.
nostril, and it's much better.
I learned that when I was a kid too. Not on that same whistle, but I made that about 3 months ago. Oh, it's boring here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Free of
Oh
charge.
my god.
That is very kind.
Yeah. So,
And he's just gonna sit in the corner and play with it.
so here. Coming from the corner.
The chimpanzees will make Mozart, damn it.
Or at
So
least the Super Mario theme.
what? What's a Mario?
Super Mario,
Okay. Miyamura, you taste the oddly thick
Yes.
roll. It reminds you of kind of like digging into mud just as it's about ready to dry, and you're kind of apprehensive, and you know you do the thing like the children do, and they just kind of like you put your tongue on it just a little bit just to like and you're expecting to think it looks kind of like good solid dirt, maybe it tastes like solid dirt. It doesn't. it's this really nice. It's kind of like corn pudding. In that it's savory, and then there's this nice hint of sweetness at the end. It's like,
Neat, like a sweet corn
yeah,
stew or something.
and it tastes surprisingly good, and you find yourself like eating more of it than you think you would, and soon the bowl is just kind of empty, and you are full. And you were given a
I'm
pretty
smoking.
decent sized bowl too.
I love trying new things.
So it really is one bowl of this, and you won't be hungry.
Or longer.
Yeah.
This is
Apparently.
very good. Very
Tread's got it
practical.
all over his face. Yes, it is good.
Tread, you have a little something like there.
But, oh,
Just
I
saying.
can see it on my snout.
There you go.
Brock eats his gruel and makes copious moaning noises as he eats it, just to annoy the rest of you.
Got it.
All
Sounds
of us
about right.
sounds like something to do. Yeah.
He also doesn't use a spoon, he just uses his fingers.
Pretty sure that's what Tread was doing too. If that.
Tread just used his face.
Yeah. Kind of thought so.
Well,
I'm actually happy right now.
I'm glad.
Dude.
Shouldn't we be trying to figure out what we're gonna be doing when the band gets here?
Yes.
We cannot think on an empty stomach. So it is good we got food.
Yes.
Tread.
I'm sorry, I'll put it away for later.
You're getting better.
Well, you guys think of this. I'm gonna go let Oak and Noel know where we have moved to, and have them keep an eye out for the Tempest King, and maybe get him directed over towards us.
Okay.
But what about getting those people in? Is there a way to do this reliably?
They're just gonna attack the outside of the wall, from what I understood.
They requested a way into the city, according to your memory from Isra.
Are we
Then
going
we're gonna
to
need to
take
take
over
over a
one of the
gate.
gates?
Is there what is it? The underground tunnels in cities? Is that what they are called?
Sewer?
Yes, those. Are there any? And where do they lead?
Maybe. Never really was something I looked around for to see where they went.
We could try that.
I'll ask Book and Noel about that.
It would be like the dwarven tunnels, but lots smaller.
And smellier and full of kobolds. Or not kobolds, gnolls.
Maybe kobolds. But the point is, it's underground. You can't see them, right?
But the entrances
it's
and stuff
complete.
are probably guarded.
We don't know until we look. Ah,
Sorry. I know it's super stuffed.
so I
Alright.
don't know if I would be able to help with that, unless I want to get stuck down there. Or are they much bigger than I am thinking?
No, probably only the halfling could fit.
Then that might not be such a good idea if only you can fit.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of funny him being down in the sewers.
No, I'm thinking
I
of
could
these
stuff
people
your
who took
fat
the
ass
day.
down there.
Shush, 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 shush.
It's a good time.
Shush, 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 shush. I am saying these people that need to get in, If they cannot get to them, then maybe that is not a good idea.
I will talk with them and find out.
I just didn't want to go down there if I didn't have to.
It might remind you of home.
No, I don't think it would. I appreciate it though. I just don't. I think I'd rather just dig a hole in the ground.
That's what they are.
Digatano, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel.
He's a
Fuck
dwarf,
you guys smoking.
and he's digging a hole. Diggy, diggy
And
hole.
next hour, hearing Genie sing dig a tunnel.
Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel.
I can help a little bit with, but not much.
All right, I'll head out and head over to Book and Knowles.
All right. While you're making
So who's gonna go look for the anti-scrying device?
He is.
Okay. Someone give him money so he can find one.
Well, no,
we-
because he
I-
already said that they don't sell those to commoners, and the only people who sell those
yeah,
are the
yeah,
people we're
that's
trying
right.
to
Sorry.
overthrow. No, it's okay, because I was constantly thinking about that after he had mentioned it, about how do we figure out how we're getting spied on, how do we stop it? Well, according to our beloved DM, we can't.
Well, one of us could strip naked, so when they scry, they like get blinded and don't scry anymore.
So
Well,
you're gonna
because
moon
I am who I am, that would probably have to be me. Are you prepared for that?
You've never seen a dwarven woman before.
Okay, I admit I haven't. So
You guys all just saw a dwarven woman.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm not there.
All right.
I'm wondering if I have counter spell and would that work?
Ostensibly, who knows?
what's the
You would
Range-
probably have to be able to detect. You could stop it once it's been cast with dispel magic, but you would have to know it's being cast.
Which requires a
Last
save.
time I did know. I think just from my perception, right?
Is a wisdom saving throw in order to prevent scrying.
To prevent it, yes, but to
Oh, I'm fucked.
to turn it off?
hold on, 5th level. I'm just thinking if like would counterspell work?
Thinking if or how we can get around it. Yeah.
I don't even know if I have counter spells.
Well,
I
that
am
would
a
be the
cleric,
first
not a
order of
wizard.
business.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a warhammer in that bag of yours, would you? This axe just isn't doing it.
I think we have like almost every weapon.
Yeah, Steven has been
Handbook.
No.
Steven has been collecting
He's-
all of them. In fact,
Yeah.
actually, Lundgren does have a light hammer.
I have a light hammer right here. You can,
Is that a warhammer?
A light hammer is a type of warhammer. It's a simplified
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
But
it's
it-
1d4. No, thank you. It's thrown.
it's-
It can be thrown.
Okay. No, that does less damage than my axe. No, or
Hmm.
oh, my
Wait, do you
size.
still have
Okay.
do you still have one of the dwarven throwers, or did you sell that?
Oh, I think we did. We sell it? I don't remember.
We did trade it.
okay, we
Damn.
did. Crap.
We have I still have the original list. As far as weapons go, we have 2 maces, 3 shields, 4 full sets of splint mail, 1 quarter staff, 2 sets of full plate, 1 short sword, 1 hand crossbow, 1 +1 great sword,
Oh
a,
my God.
a rapier, a war pick, a pair of bracers that we never got identified, a
Ooh.
morning star,
Ooh.
9 stars of Saronicus from Giva, a star of Saronicus from Healot.
Could probably identify the users.
Yeah,
I don't
give me
remember
that.
those. I don't remember those.
We have 1 rope of climbing, 8 potions of climbing, 1 bag of powder of choking, 8 potions of healing,
Oh my God, so much.
one
We've been
stick of
collecting.
walking. We have one additional message earring, one potion of heroism, one cloak of the manta ray, 6 bags of Stuk, one potion of supreme healing, one scroll of true sight, 3 javelins, one great axe, 5 Saronicus handbooks, and 1 roster of Saronicus members.
Oh,
And that's all. Like,
Damn.
yeah, that's and then yeah.
And then
Then
shit
we have-
tons of gold.
Is that dwarven plate, or I mean, is that full plate dwarven size?
It could be.
Are you using it?
It's in the bag.
Could I use it? Because this chain shirt just kind of sucks.
I mean, I don't have the bag.
Pulls it out of the bag. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have 2 copper pieces, 3,151 silver pieces, 241,851 gold pieces
Holy shit!
in the bag. My second character, Bruno Watt, was an artificer, gunslinger, fucking master craftsman who had 2 very special spells, fabricate and creation.
I don't know if
So
you guys
with a piece of platinum, he can make a 5 by 5 by 5 foot block of platinum and turn it into coins once a day.
Jesus. No wonder you guys have so much fucking money.
Yeah, we may have ruined the economy of at least 6 towns.
Yeah, easy. Well, there's no May about it.
I don't know if you added it in, but we did receive 800 gold earlier.
I
and you
had
weren't
not
here.
added that in, so yeah.
Nice.
From Mr. Black.
Oh, to buy some stuff.
Yeah, that he tried to hit me in the face with.
You were antagonizing
well.
him.
Oh, yes,
Hey.
I was.
I have a 19 AC now with that cloak and the armor. Yay!
Wow, you finally
I'll-
have more armor than me.
I'll
The
give you the
unarmored.
chain shirt.
There's also splint mail, shield, quarterstaff.
I'll go for a morning
I just
star.
hope I see those bracers when I come back, because bracers are good from.
I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer.
One for the DM.
No.
Shush.
You didn't specify.
Shush.
Your Lord God has heard you. What is your plea?
When it comes to scrying, could I possibly scry on whoever is trying to scry us?
You technically could because you know of their existence,
Yeah.
but it's going to have a high DC.
Okay.
I'm putting on the plate mail right now.
You, roll me,
Who?
you, Miyamura, roll
Okay.
me an intelligence check to see if you remember something.
Oh no.
Glad it's not me, because I'd be
Are you
fucked.
sure
I got a
it's not
4.
wisdom?
This is to remember something that happened or was told to you in Weepingburg with advantage. Okay.
16.
You do remember that Tread described an individual who seemed to be in authority in Weepingburg after your escape from prison.
Okay.
Is that
Is that who's doing
the,
it?
the man with purple armor or
The man
purple
with-
clothes?
Man with purple armor.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on from that. Greer, as you make your way across the city towards Book and Knolls.
It's a little snug around the midsection.
Brock,
Go on a fucking diet then.
Brock goes, oh, I like a little snug around the midsection, and goes back to essentially eating his pudding porridge thing with his fingers, going, oh. I'm a little worried that how will I portray him.
I bet you can't eat 5 bowls of that in one setting.
Wanna
Real
bet?
quick before I forget.
Aw.
Hey, drink.
Well,
I might not be having so many issues. Come here shortly.
what?
I got him the laptop and the headset sent.
Oh,
So
okay.
you might not have to go, ow, goddamn it, stop!
We will not have to listen to
With that-
him crick crack crick crack crick
With
crack
that
crick crack.
popping noise. When his mic.
His
Yeah.
headphone jack as he pops it in and out trying to get it to work. Anyway, as Greer leaves, Lundgren, where are you sitting? You're sitting with the rest of them as you eat your porridge, yes?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. You stand bolt upright. Lundgren's eyes are a emerald green in all respects. That's matte color. This key should help the infernal one. And this silver key comes out of his mouth, plops on the ground, and Lundgren sits back down, like none the wiser that anything just happened.
Miyamura is like holding up her holy symbol.
Is that normal?
What is?
What just happened?
What?
You did not do that?
Do what?
She points to the key.
Oh, how did that get here?
It came from you.
From
When?
your mouth.
What? When?
Just now.
3 seconds ago?
Are you sure?
Nope, not sure at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite sure Tread is like curled up like a cat that just got startled on one of the beds in the corner.
He's bristling.
Okay.
Hissing.
I bend down and try to pick it up.
Yeah, it's a silver key. It looks kind of like the old skeleton keys. It has one kind of deep cut in it, so there's 2 large projections, but there's not like a lot of irregularities for the different tumblers. Just like one, and it looks like an average key with the kind of wrought iron work on it, but it's silver. It's about I would say anywhere between 4 to 5 inches long.
Okay.
And
That's what
it's about half the width of a palm in all its directions. As
So
large
it's
as
a
things.
really thick French
No,
door key.
the main length of it between the teeth and the circular area is narrow, but at its widest point, it's about half a palm width.
And what did he say when it?
This should help the infernal one.
Oh. Who is the infernal one?
Offhand, the only infernal one that we know of is Zulthar.
What about that little demon you hate?
That's Zulthar.
Oh, okay. You guys call him something else. I can't. I didn't know.
No, it's Zulthar. Well, Miyamura doesn't call him that, of course, but
I call him a waste of space. But that key is supposed to help the infernal one?
I guess if that's what you heard,
Me.
That's what you
I
said.
mean, yes.
that's what I said.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, does it have any
When-
of that gruel stuff on the key, or did it miss it?
No,
What are you talking about?
It came out of your mouth.
Out of my mouth.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
And
I
your
look at the
eyes
key.
turn green?
My eyes are already green.
No, like emeralds, dude.
My eyes are still always green.
That's a very interesting thing. I forgot his eyes are green, and it just so happens that the color
Like-
associated with his character, the color associated with his patron is green.
Oh, That's helpful.
But they went from like green eyes to like everything green, right? Not just like
To like
Yeah.
like green orbs or lantern.
They look like someone took a really dark green screen and put it where his eyes should be, but they aren't.
okay,
Okay,
your entire eye was green.
Like it's
that's different.
if we look at the
Okay.
map, like it's a combination of the green that Tread Scala has and the green
we
on
get
this.
it, it's green. That's not the point.
Yes, it is.
I'll examine the key for gruel stains.
There are none. It's completely clean.
Okay. All right. So, do I have a key ring?
No.
I have a bunch of junk in here. I thought a key ring would be one of it, but I don't think it is.
I don't think you took the
Tread
keys
pulls
with you.
a strap of leather from all of his shit.
Ooh.
Just hands it to him.
Okay, thanks. I wrap it through the key has a hole, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wrap it through the hole and tie it on there.
Legitimately looks like a stereotypical skeleton key but without the multiple chinks in the key tooth.
And yeah, okay.
I'm very concerned.
About what you
What just
said before
happened?
when the whole thing that you all witnessed it happen, didn't know a thing. That's what you're telling me. Like you all saw this. You said.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Has it
It's-
never happened before?
No. The only would I know that this is my patron's doing or no?
You do feel a larger connection to your patron currently,
Okay.
but you don't really think of this. You don't think something like this has happened previously, and if it did, you possibly didn't remember like just happened.
Okay, so this has never happened to me before, but sometimes I hear an otherworldly voice trying to communicate with me.
Another moan from
And-
Brock.
Shush.
To talk about
Sounds kind
uh,
of evil.
now
You're not
the
here.
voice talked about wanting to have me help my village and to make life easier for them, and then I should go on a journey. I've had dreams about certain stuff, like on the road, and I don't really know much more than that, except for that's mostly that's how I can do most of my healing and all of my magic.
So they are helpful.
Yeah.
They are not
Are we
harmful?
aware that he's an Azamar?
Yes, you are aware that he is an Azamar, especially after dealing with the one merchant in Sula who literally just called him out on being an Azamar because he himself was an Azamar.
Excuse me.
So basically, I wouldn't know, but
It was your what is it called? Divine patron?
Yeah. Some people call him that.
Celestial.
Yes. An angel who speaks to me. Sometimes.
Speaking words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Song references are on point tonight.
I suppose as long as it's helping.
I could say I understand this, but I only understand in part. So
It
Mm.
it appears to be a gift from a celestial, so that is good.
yes, but we don't know what this key, I take it out and point at it, goes to.
No, We
I
figure
think
out
we will
who
have
is-
to talk to Zulthar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know.
But with the approval of a celestial, so that makes it a little better, I think.
Somewhat. I think me and Moira would beg to differ, but that's
A celestial, a true one, would never want to speak to something like that. Or help them.
unless whatever we are facing is bigger than even that squabble that's raged over millennia.
I doubt it is that. I hope it is not that.
I hope not either, but here we are with you all claiming I threw a key up out of my mouth.
More moaning from Brock.
Kind of like a cat.
What?
I've never seen a cat do that. So you got
Not
me
a
there.
key, but they throw up everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose we will figure out if this Inferno one is probably him. But I cannot. Never mind.
I
I
can't
keep my
explain it
thoughts to
either.
myself.
I can't explain it either, and I'm not going to try.
I will keep my thoughts to myself for now.
Okay.
That's scary.
So basically, Rihanna with a mustache.
What?
Let us swing.
Oh, that's
I'll have
terrible.
to see if I can find that.
Oof.
So,
Jeez.
Greer, you make it to Book of Knolls without incident.
I'm gonna go in and speak with Noel, and Book will hear over here as she normally does.
Elsewhere in the city, give us your money, man. Listen, I don't want any trouble here. And you see the Tempest King like backing into an alleyway as three guys are coming at him.
That's
He's gonna
So-
beat the shit out of him.
I turn to the other guys. Can I borrow some gold so I can go get a flail?
Talk to Tread.
I'm pretty
Sure.
sure they have a flail in the
you can.
bag.
We have a
we
morning
have a
star.
morning star and pull it out of the bag.
Does that work?
I want to do more like smashing head kind of damage, not pointy, stabby damage. That's for rogues.
They have a couple of maces.
Less damage. I want to do more damage.
More.
You want to do more damage. Must have more.
I only need like 15 gold.
So, Greer, what are you
I'll pay
doing?
you back. Or maybe I
I'm
can
gonna
still.
speak with Book and Noel and let them know that we've had to move, and let them know about the fight, and say, by the way, I'm not sure if you've seen him, and I'll describe the Tempest King. Have you heard of anybody causing any trouble or getting into any trouble at all around town with this guy's description?
Book hands flash around quite quickly, and Noel says, "There's always trouble in town."
Yes, but he's not from around here. He left before all the fighting started, and we have no idea where he is, so to tell him where we're at.
I think we can let the scholars know about him, possibly get in contact and send them over to, where were you guys saying?
At the Chiseled Stone.
Chislers. Oh, great. Of course it's there.
Chisels. Yeah.
Great. Okay. You see a very emphatic set of hand motions from Book. And Null just kind of rolls his eyes and his hands kind of flash back, and she just kind of huffily like just crosses her arms and looks away from him. All right, we'll send this guy over to where you guys are staying currently if we find him.
You know, it'd be much better if I actually understood what she was saying, so I'm fairly certain she just insulted you a little bit. I'd like to know those.
No, she's
One of these days I'll learn them. I'll learn her hand signs.
maybe someday.
One of these days, Alice.
All right. Is there anything else I can help you with since you are now in our fabulous bookshop?
We need to find something that can stop scrying, but nobody else will know how to get it. If you can have one of the bakers know that the group I'm with has people scrying on them and sending people to fight to be able to fight magic users, that might be a good idea if they can help block scrying.
Anti-magic users. Describe them.
I'll describe how some of them, when they were within a certain range, couldn't. Their magic either didn't work or it wasn't as effective, and there were monks and clerics and stuff like that.
He looks towards Book, and her hand signs go to him, and he hand signs back, and he goes back and forth. And he kind of scratches an eyebrow, and he turns back to you and says, "I don't know what your friends got into, but it's been a while since anyone's heard about mage hunters being sent out by Gantevos."
Mage hunters. That just sounds lovely.
I mean, we had
I have no
heard
problem.
some rampant spellcasters had been in Weepingburg week, maybe a month ago. Apparently your friends are those. Well,
What did they do, apparently?
well, from what we can tell, they broke into one of the compounds within Weepingburg, got arrested, broke out. A couple of people got killed. This giant demon thing appeared out of nowhere, started tearing up the place, and yeah, no, they were not happy about that. It was actually kind of amusing when you hear the reports. Somebody said that this giant lizard with thick legs was putting his foot through the ceiling of a jail. Have you heard anything so ludicrous?
Just go nod my head. I've seen it. The lizard folk with them transforms into this giant, huge lizard beast. It's pretty awesome.
That's odd. And you see Book kind of give a nod of like, yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, wow. I'd tread carefully. The mage hunters are not known to stop in their pursuit, even if the cost of some of their own. Uh, if that's what you're trying to avoid the scrying for, they have a lot of means of finding people. Book kind of gets his attention
There
and
were 7 of them.
moves her hands some more and says, we'll try to see if we can get you something that'll at least temporarily relieve scrying, like where you're staying. But I don't know. And she kind of you hear like her hand slap against another one, and we can't say that we will, but we'll see if we can get you something.
Not a problem. I never promise something you can't guarantee.
And from what we've been hearing, everything's kind of getting really tense in Loburn right now.
Well, I'll let them know in 2 days we're supposed to be getting some of the band into the city.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about any tunnels that we might be able to use them? Maybe the sewer system?
Oh, he's kind of like thinks real hard. I don't know how they're gonna get their horses in because they really like fighting from horseback.
I look around, I'm like, fighting from horseback in the city. They might need to
They'll
forget the horses for a little.
they'll probably dismount, but they like going across the plains. They like the speed of it. Besides, while the sewer system is extensive here, there's not really anything that goes under the walls that we know of.
Okay. Okay, I just told him I would ask.
It's all you can really ask.
Do you happen to have a book on medicine? There's this one person in the group. He keeps trying to make medicine, and he sucks at it. He was lucky today, but normally he can't make it for shit.
Oh yeah, look, come with me. He leads you over to like this whole section, and there's one like marked essential oils. There's a few other ones. There's like some medical stuff. We got a bunch of things. He pulls ones.
He's trying to make healing potions.
He pulls out a couple on like healing spices and medicinal herbs, and he like, piles 2 to 3 books on you. Says, "It's all we can spare right now. Make sure you get those back to me. I can already hear Book's hands as
How
she's
much
making.
for them?
It's on loan.
How much? And if he damages them, I'll make sure he comes over here and pays for.
Book will probably beat him with the books that he broke.
Okay. All right, not a problem.
You hear a resounding slap from these. Says,
I
yeah.
look back at her.
And she kind of like got
Don't
both
worry.
both
I will
fists
drag him
clenched.
here. I will drag him here myself, just so you don't beat me.
She kind of slams the bottom of one fist into the other, like, yeah. You gather she can hear, just that she doesn't speak.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'll take those books and I'll head back to the inn. Keep an eye out to see if I see the Tempest King around.
Elsewhere in the city, the Tempest King walks out of the alley. There's 3 unmoving lumps in the alleyway. Now, where are those people gotten to? Swing. 20 to 30 minutes later, Greer gets back to the Chiseler's stone bed. And you guys, I'm assuming we're all just kind of lazing around. Brock is pretty much passed out in a
Maybe
food
the
coma.
bracer's laying around.
I still want to go out and get a flail.
Okay, you can, while you, Grimly isn't there,
I don't have the money right away though.
you
We
do
can
so.
give you
Unless they're
money.
gonna.
You have
Okay,
the
you
money
did?
then.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go out and get a flail.
I walk up to Lundgren. Read these. Maybe then you'll be able to make something better besides swamp water. And if you damage the books, you're getting dragged in front of Book, so she can beat the hell out of you.
I'd expect nothing less because I myself know not to harm books, you know.
Yeah, well, Book will harm you.
Okay.
And did anybody leave those bracers laying out so I could see them?
Tread can get
Or
them
would
for
anybody
you.
mention about them?
I
So,
think they were
you guys
mentioned
have
while you
anything-
were still around.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was actually out of the room already.
Oh, when he read down the list of stuff?
Yeah, well, when he read down the list, I was already out of the room.
Okay. Well, you can just ask. It's fine.
It's meta
You guys
knowledge.
got anything for a monk in your bag of tricks? Well, not tricks, Treadskala. We don't need those out. In your loot bag.
Puts the fur ball back in the bag. He already had 3 in
Caught
his hand
myself
ready to go.
quick. Something like bracers or a better quarterstaff.
There's a basic quarterstaff and a pair of bracers that we don't know what they do.
Yeah,
Are they
I don't know if
magic?
I want to put them on.
I can identify them first if you'd like.
If you could, please, I would appreciate it.
Okay, sure.
I've heard of cursed items.
Yeah.
Poor Dirk.
If it is cast, I can get rid of it.
Dirk, you mean Greer?
No, I was thinking of the vampiric bracer that your other character had.
Oh God.
Oh no!
Yes. No, I had, but luckily, it broke my arm and transformed me back into my actual.
That sounds like hell.
Get rid of that.
Anyway, I'm just gonna say that those bracers are bracers of protection.
Woohoo, +2.
Wait, you didn't write it down?
That's like from
He
a
completely
year
forgot.
ago.
That's like 14 months ago. Yeah.
I know, just give me
Will those
shit.
actually be bracers of defense and not bracers of protection?
Yeah, that's what they
Oh,
are.
sweet.
It's like whichever one does the thing, shut up.
Pretty much.
Whichever one it is, tomato, tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off and all that sort of thing.
Listen, I'm just surprised I still have this list.
Same, actually. You sounded so happy reading it. It made me glad.
Well, yeah, because I think back about how many fucking people we obliterated.
Get all the shinies.
This isn't even half of it. We stopped in one town, and I think we traded like half of our shit to get a lot of magical shit.
Mr. Miasmic's
Guys are
Mystics
hoarders.
Theater. Well, they
You
stole it
guys are
from
fucking hoarders.
Frederick is, yeah.
they stole it from a hoarding culture, so it's just right. Also practices cannibalism. The more you know.
Well,
What about cannibalism?
Can't
Not
even-
flattering.
I'm down for some cannibalism, if you know what I mean, Brock says from the corner.
There's
Shut
no
the-
sewers, by the way, that they're going to be able to get in. The band likes to be on their horses. They like to travel fast. So we are going to have to take out a gate.
will they be able to use their horses in the city?
They might have to get off of them, but they can get through the streets a lot quicker and cause more of a ruckus.
I have something that can get rid of a gate.
You do?
I have two things.
Well, we have spells that could.
The first thing is I'm not allowed to do it.
Then why mention it?
The second thing is shatter.
Wait, are the
With,
walls? I'm assuming the walls are made of stone, right?
They are.
Gates are probably made of wood.
They are.
We do not need the gates.
I
Fred,
had
you also
already,
can stone shape
yeah,
it.
I had scouted. Those walls are thick. The walls are too thick for stone shape.
For one,
It's
I
too
also
thick for
added-
2.
17.
For it would be 8, probably, maybe more.
they're that thick.
They
I mean, I'm sure there are walkways in them, but they are very big.
they're probably about a good 20 foot, if not 25. But they're not Sula thick. Which I know is not a reference for Miyamura, it's a reference for Tread.
Yeah, 'cause it's 5 feet.
I do have other things I can summon besides raptors. And now that I've handed off the ring of spell storing, I could store a summoning spell in there as well. We could have 2 large things summoned.
Or we could store stone shape.
That is also possible.
Several uses of it.
Was that? I could store one in.
Stone shape is. Yeah,
It's
third
4th level.
Yeah, 4th level, sorry. That's true, we can only do one.
If
There's
someone is
nothing-
watching us or they don't know we're doing it, we could use it multiple times, but I can only do it 3. The ring could do another 1.
Book and Null are also going to try and find something to stop scrying on where we're residing, but don't know if they'll actually be able to.
And also, if this is a large group coming through, it will only be a 5-foot wide hole. That's not enough.
I'm
Were
saying
you
if we
guys
take
just
out the actual.
recently at Weepingburg?
What?
What?
Were you guys just at Weepingburg a little while ago? Maybe a month ago?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
The mage hunters apparently are coming from there. So
Oh.
you pissed off somebody very powerful there.
I will clarify as cousin because of there.
Okay, because of there.
Was Weepingburg the prison town
Yep.
that we got arrested at?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
because I destroyed a large portion of their prison.
And the demon.
And the spell casting rampant.
Then I believe I know who is scrying us.
Oh.
The leaders, the one in the purple armor.
Hmm.
But I'm not so sure what to do about that besides possibly scrying them.
Can you do that?
Maybe.
Okay.
I have the spell, but there is a chance it can fail.
If I remember correctly, DC 17 for someone you're told about.
I'll check again because these are very weird.
It uses your DC, but the person making the save gets a bonus based on
Yeah, it's plus
certain.
2 for just told about.
So, second hand, it would be plus 5. But I saw this person, didn't I?
You did.
Okay, so if I did it, because I do have scrying tip, I would not have any modifier. He would just make the save.
Okay.
Oh wait, connection. So he would have a -2? I'm confused.
No, you have to physically have a likeness picture of them.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So knowing it, he doesn't get any. This is spell slots. Yes, I can scry. I don't know what good it will do us though. It's not
I
like
do-
we can leave to hunt him down.
We could see. Well, yes. If he's the one coming after us.
I suppose. I will set up spell. 10 minutes. Okay. So I'm gonna cast scrying on the dude I saw when we were leaving the prison. Should I hit the spell to pop it up?
Yeah, I just had to turn to some parts of my notes because I wasn't expecting this. Ba ba da ba.
John Cena?
You can't see him. You have met the target. Know the target well. Okay, so you would have.
I feel like it'd just be flat.
I think it would be too, because you've seen him.
Yeah.
All right, so.
But I don't know him, so it'd be DC 17.
All right, for him to resist.
Yes. Save. It's a wisdom save.
He nat 20 did, of course. Great.
Damn
Of
it.
course.
So you go.
Fart a little bit.
And you just you see Tread's face is like the physical representation of a dial-up modem.
Are you sure it's making those death robot sounds?
They're more chittering, but they kind of mimic that. And it looks like he's extremely constipated.
I was
Well, that's
hoping
normal.
Murloc sounds.
And it kind of goes with the groaning from Brock, because he tried to eat 5 of those bowls of porridge. He got about 3, and now he's extremely bloated. He's just lying in the side, just like, oh, my balls.
He owes me a silver.
And I'll have him pay you that. Anyway.
Not being here a little bit.
You lost to silver, you son of a bitch.
Surprise!
Right.
Okay.
Well, did Tread break?
I failed.
It's okay.
And why do we fail, Bruce?
So you smell the slightly rancid smell of Tread Scala farts. Is there anything else you'd like to take care of this afternoon? This is about 3 p.m.
Have I gotten those diamonds yet that I asked for?
You have not received any care packages at all.
Should
I
I
kind of
send some
stopped asking
animals
because I
out?
figured he was getting pissed off.
Should I send some animals out for the Tempest King?
You can.
I was asking the party
Oh.
character.
Sure. Yeah.
Book and Noel said that they were gonna try and get some of the scholars out looking for them. So, damn, I'm forgetful too. I think my head got wrung a little bit too much in that fight.
Could everyone write a note to the Tempest King telling him where we are, and we can attach them to the animals when I summon them? And then they will only give it to him.
Hold on. Me and Moira is going to sit down and she's going to scry the Tempest King.
Okay.
Oh.
Fuck that.
Or I could
Out
just
of
have
character.
them lead
What
in
about
here.
ascending?
I am sending.
He's anti-magic, though.
You don't know exactly
Yeah.
what all anti-magic he is.
Fair.
Okay, but except for healing word, non-combat spells don't work on him. And we're not sure what ones do or don't, because tried some things, but certainly
I
not
don't
scrying.
know which ones do or don't either, so
For
might as well try, right?
science.
Okay.
so I'm going to try and scry him.
Okay. You try to scry him. It's like looking at static on a TV. There's just nothing there.
Like just straight up doesn't even try to go through.
Yeah, it's
Quote,
just
unquote.
like you turn on the magical station and the station ain't there.
We're sorry, but the person you're trying to reach cannot
It's
be
not
contacted
available.
at this time.
To leave a
this-
message.
And if Tread tries message, that's exactly what he gets. Doo-doo-dee. I'm sorry.
I don't have any message spells.
Darn it.
I do. But
Well,
yeah, the
according
scrying
to
didn't
the,
work.
according to the DM, you probably shouldn't waste a slot then, I guess.
No, you waste a slot.
I'm going to. I'm
Can I
going to.
contact him? This is real.
I'm going to conjure animals, a bunch of ravens, because he has seen me summon them before. I'm going to tell them to look for the Tempest King. Does anyone have anything in his likeness? Or a way to show his likeness?
I got something you can show him. Oh, my bowels.
Shush.
No.
I can write a note.
So I guess I'm going
don't
to
have
describe the Tempest King to the birds.
we don't have
I don't-
anything of his, do we?
Oh,
Make it.
I
Make.
can draw a picture.
Tread, couldn't you just turn yourself into a bird and go looking for him?
I could go as well, yes, but
Oh, wait.
it can cover a lot more ground if I summon animals.
Wait. Mia Moira is going to use disguise self to turn herself into the Tempest.
That is
Awesome.
perfect.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. So you see it's about the same height. Maybe a little
Oh no, I
taller.
can make myself 3 feet smaller. Up to 3 feet smaller.
Okay, so yeah, you get a very accurate representation of the Tempest King.
So I'm going to tell the crows, look for this man. If you find him, lead him back here, and send him off to scour the city for him.
Elsewhere in the city, the Tempest King is just sitting at this little cafe having a coffee.
I thought all the crows were going to come flying back into Mia Moira and try and drag her towards.
Crows are pretty smart. They,
I was gonna say
They
I
knew-
wasn't
they
sure
knew
if
what I
ravens
meant.
were that dumb.
I said when I
Hopefully.
I don't know.
I was considering having you make an animal handling check, but I know you can speak with animals.
yeah, I can cast that as well.
Man, I wonder where they went. Back to here. The ravens fly out the windows, or fly out, or try to fly out of this building, and succeed. Is there anything else you
Well,
guys?
good. They didn't hit the walls. Thank God.
The glass wasn't clean enough for them to fly into.
We need 100 words on that essay.
You assume that that he didn't actually board up all the windows because he's a dwarf. Too bright.
It'll make it much darker in here.
That's too bright.
Okay. Right.
He knocked out specially
You hear kind of.
cut blockages for the humans and everybody else.
You hear. Where do these birds come from? As they fly down the stairs. Shoot!
Down the stairs.
You hear this you hear this long gargling and what sounds like a mug of empty ale just slam down on the on some piece of wood downstairs. Where in the hell did those come from? Oh my god!
Please tell me they can get past a dwarf. Well, they do just have to fly up. That'll be
The
fine.
ceilings are pretty high in here. Should I go as well?
These ceilings are not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not high for us, but for the dwarf. He can't reach the birds up there.
Then they should be fine.
I bet you I could.
Yes. I turn into a crow and fly out close to the ceiling so he can't reach me.
Another one! Another my god, there's an infestation.
One crossbow bolt.
Lorraine! Lorraine, there's an infestation of birds! God damn it.
Actually, crows can talk.
Yeah, they can mimic I think simple sounds.
Yeah,
Sound.
even a little bit of speech. Lorraine!
It's devil possessed too.
Devil!
So right.
Devil!
So he's trying to
Lorraine, my
drive these
crossbow.
dwarves insane.
Lorraine, get the crossbow.
So while he's
I'm gonna fly out.
gaslighting this poor dude. Oh Jesus!
Crossbow Lorraine!
Please, what? Don't crossbow Lorraine.
Oh god. Okay.
No,
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done.
I call it Bianca.
Yes.
We are a little loopy. I can tell.
I'm just glad I think somebody got the Bianca comment.
Oh gosh.
I got it, but I'm not there.
Hey.
What?
Dragon Age
Somebody's out buying
Inquisition.
a flail.
Yes.
I made a comment
also
about
Dragon
calling
Age
the
2.
crossbow Bianca.
Oh, okay. No, I get it now.
So Grimly, you easily find people who are selling weapons. They're there. It's their job.
Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to have any magic flails, would you?
They kind of look at you. No. No. They kind of wink and look at and nod to the back.
Oh, that's right. Magic shit's like not supposed to be sold in the city, right, or something like that.
It's a lot more restricted. It's kind of like buying ATF items.
Yeah, I would have been a little more nonchalant about that. My bad.
Got any more?
Do you have any exquisite flail?
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any illegal drugs?
That just reminds me of.
It sounds like what when we first came into the city, muttering about revolution. Good lord.
Oh no! It's like, what kind of crime is there in the city? Well, what kind of crime do you want to commit? AKA Lundgren. Where first you find these people is where I say, what are their numbers?
Oh Jesus, dude!
And so you're brought into kind of a back room, and you know it's a nice lighting. There's some candles. Everything's covered in sacking. So
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
what wait, are you looking to heal yourself or do some damage?
I'm not familiar with
protect
5e
yourself.
magic weapons. So something like divine energy or weapon or something like that. You know, I don't know how it all works. Sorry, I don't have the DM's guide for this.
Let's see if there is a flail 5e flail.
There is a flail.
Flail snail? What the hell?
No, there is a flail. It's 10 gold pieces, 1d8 bludgeoning.
Okay. You're able to get. He pulls out a flail. It has celestial runes carved on it, and he says that it'll do an extra d6 of. He calls it holy, but it's what's the
Radiant damage.
radiant damage?
How
And
much?
they'll probably double the price.
Okay, got that.
It's not as good. The higher enchantments require, more coin.
Oh yeah.
This thing looks like it's been used quite a bit.
As long as it's still, as long as it's still in decent condition, yeah.
It just battle axes him. It's free.
I was gonna say, Grimly murders the proprietor because he wants the full.
Oh, I
Flail
also
for
pull
free.
out.
He's a rogue.
I also pull out the sickle. Was that it? Yeah, I pull out the sickle. I'm like, what would you give me for this?
50 silver.
What?
50 silver.
Knock it off the price of the flail.
Okay. As we use 100s here, just like in the other game.
Yeah. So, it'd basically 19 gold, 50 silver.
Yep.
Cool. All right, thank you.
No problem.
And tuck it up underneath my cloak, so that way it doesn't I don't know if it's shiny or
It's not. It just has
subtle.
engravings on it.
It's a shiny Pokemon.
It's a shiny
Oh,
pokey
okay.
stick.
Okay, you may start making your way back to Chislers.
Yes.
Is there anything
And I
else?
see a bunch of crows just suddenly burst out of the door. What the
Go! Lorraine! Crossbow!
fuck?
Devil!
The surface is a weird place. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I still feel like I'm gonna fall off into the sky sometimes.
So, what all did you guys see at the gate? How are we gonna try and take out the people there, so we can let the band in?
Tread would have told you guys earlier. The walls are thick. It's armed, heavily armed guards. Wasn't it like about a dozen?
There's about a dozen there, yeah.
But how long do you think it would be to get reinforcements to them?
I'm not there right now. He
If
couldn't
they're
answer that.
coming,
Oh yeah, you went flying.
if they're coming from the keep, I can't remember how big the city is, but it's quite a distance between the keep and the southwestern gate. Yeah, so based on what I've been told, the keep is here. Southwestern gate is this blob right here. So I don't know the distance between here and there. Because this is like a pretty huge city. It might be, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Maybe we can get some of the brawlers to help us swarm the gate to get it open quick.
There we go.
Yay! All the things. Is it-
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I have to go
Well,
lay down or something.
we're wrapping up right now, so that's good.
Yeah, sorry, because because you can probably hear I've been like stuffed up this whole time. It just suddenly hit me,
No.
and I'm like, no, I need sleep, so I'm gonna go.
Go sleep.
Homa.
Okay.
No, is it plus one
Sorry.
damage to, or plus one to attack and damage, or
Hey
just attack?
guys.
Have a good night.
Right.
During-
It just is an extra +1.
To attack or attack and damage?
Just to attack.
Okay.
Well, is there
And
anything
I'm
else?
already back up to higher AC than Grimly.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Murder a prostitute?
Ah, Tempest King!
Read my books. New books.
Okay. Well, we'll leave the Adventures of the Tempest King in doubt, among other things. If there's nothing else. Because I feel like that's a nice cliffhanger to end on.
It is. Mm.
Well, next week, hopefully, we'll have some Shadowrun. Probably.
Oh, man.
Yes, as long as my wife doesn't try to fucking poison me again.
God.
Jesus.
Well, that's-
Lorraine!
Well, that is a story for another time. We'll catch you next week. In 2 weeks for D&D, and Cool Music Plays the Lights Go Down, and we'll catch you next week.
Testicles.